So let's go ahead and find the cosine of 11 pi over 12. I put a couple of sum and difference formulas on the right here that we might need as we work this out. 11 pi over 12, what is that in degrees? Let's see. 11 pi over 12 times 180 degrees over pi. That comes out to be 165 degrees. So cosine of 11 pi over 12 is the same as the cosine of 165 degrees. So I need to figure out how to write 165 degrees as two angles either added or subtracted. So there's several ways to do that. I think you want to pick angles whose lengths of sides you've memorized. So I'm going to write this as cosine of 120 degrees plus 45 degrees, because we know the lengths of the sides of the triangles associated with these angles. Okay, so I have a plus, and that means I need to use this one. So that would be this one right here. So this is the one we'll be using. So the S is the 120 and the T is the 45, and so I can write cosine of 120 degrees times cosine of 45 degrees minus sine of 120 degrees times sine of 45 degrees. So I just have to fill in those trigonometric function values, and we know how to find those. So our 45 degree angle, we can draw 1 square root of 2. And our 120 degree angle, that would have a 60 degree reference angle. So we can label that 1, 2, square root of 3, where the 1 is negative. Okay, so let's fill in the cosine of 120 degrees, so I better write my SOHCAHTOA here. So the cosine of 120 degrees adjacent over hypotenuse, negative 1/2. And that gets multiplied by cosine of 45 degrees, so 1 over square root of 2. And then I subtract sine of 120 degrees, so opposite over hypotenuse, square root of 3 over 2. And sine of 45 degrees, 1 over square root of 2. So we have negative 1 over 2 square roots of 2 minus square root of 3 over 2 square roots of 2. So that would be negative 1 minus the square root of 3 over 2 square roots of 2. And I should rationalize the denominator there. So I'll multiply by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. And what do we get then? We have negative square root of 2 minus square root of 6 over 4. So the trick is to just figure out two angles whose length of sides you know that either add or subtract to the angle that you're looking at. And then you can use the correct formula to figure out the value.